an example of that. It's someone who normally doesn't spend that much time in any one place, always on the move. Last time we had her on the show, she was on this epic hike from one side of the country to the other. Becky the Traveller is obviously having to travel less, but she's found some workarounds with this, as lots of people are at the moment. Hello.
Hello.
Can we just say before we go any further, because I know you're prolific with the old social media stuff, and I just want to say a quick hello to all of your followers, because you put on Twitter you're going to be on the show, and we have all these people from all over the world, literally, that you're connected with. I just thought it'd be nice to say hello to them in an old style.
That's lovely. Yeah, everyone's been really lovely, and I've had so many nice messages, which makes a massive difference at the moment when I'm isolating on my own.
Yeah. So what's it like then, as I say, for you, particularly as someone that is never sitting still, to now, isolating?
Yeah, that's a bit of a challenge, but I've found a few unique ways to keep myself busy and keep safe and other people safe. So I've pretty much turned my house into a mountain, is probably for want of a better word. It was Snowdon last week in Wales. So I hiked 440 reps of my stairs, equivalent to the height of Snowdon. And this week I've turned into a famous hike in Nepal, the Everest Base Camp trek. So it involves some high altitude this week, so it's been a bit of a challenge. I'm at 4,000 metres now, and I've got another almost 1,000 metres to climb over the next 2 days. But yeah, I've been enjoying it and trying to be creative. I've also wild camped in my back garden as well, which is a new experience.
I feel if you're at 4,000 metres, in theory at least, I feel like we should have some kind of suitable sound effect. If I keep going, does that work?
I think the thing with high altitude is you actually get really out of breath, so it'd be more appropriate if I was out of breath, but I'm sure your listeners probably wouldn't appreciate me talking that way.
No, I was going to say, if I start doing that, people, I don't know, might get an inhaler thrown at me or something like that. So just talk me through, obviously this is to keep you moving. Are you doing anything to, you mentioned there Snowdon and also the Everest Base Camp thing. I'm thinking, are you kind of, maybe not decorating is the right word, but are you kind of using props around the house to make it feel real?
Yeah, I've been a little bit creative. I think this is what happens when you spend time on your own in your own house. So I've got my house plants are now all the way up the stairs. I've got my Everest Himalayas book featuring Michael Palin at the top, with the flags, the prayer flags, Nepalese prayer flags from when I went to Nepal a few years ago, around that too. And I also had one of my lovely followers send me a beautiful picture of a rainbow yesterday, so that is now featuring at the top of my stairs as well. So that makes it just makes it a bit nicer. I've also been listening to on Spotify. There's lots of different sounds of nature and things like that. So as well as listening to, the radio music, I've had some sounds of nature as well. So that's made quite a difference to the environment.
Yeah. When are you actually going to make it to the summit then? How far have you got to go?
Well, I've got just over 1,000 metres, which will be about 400 reps of the stairs. So I've got 239 reps to do today, and then tomorrow I've got 187. So tomorrow is when I'll reach Everest Base Camp.
Right, 400 is a lot. I mean, don't you get a bit bored?
No.
It's the same stairs, Becky. Dress it up how you like. It's the same stairs. You're up, down, up, down.
I have been splitting it throughout the day. One, because obviously, if I did do 239 in one go, then I might start losing the plot, which maybe I am. But anyway, but also I think it's good for my legs. Doing something like up and down the stairs is quite repetitive, so I try and do a few reps and then I sort of have a bit of a stretch out and make sure I look after myself. It's not quite realistic as climbing a normal mountain, because you've got, you know, the altitude and the ups and downs change. But when you're climbing exactly the same height of step, that repetitiveness can obviously cause injuries. So
sure.
I don't want to get injured.
Yeah. Very important. Very important. Health and safety. We're all about that. You're having to, because I know you had something planned for May, didn't you? And that's had to kind of fall by the wayside.
Yeah, I did. I was planning on hiking across Snowdonia and climbing up all the Nuttall, which are hills that are over 2,000 feet. So there's 127 hills or Nuttall in Snowdonia, and I'd planned kind of a sort of 350-mile trip from south to north. That was going to be in May, but with everything going on now, I definitely feel the sensible thing and the only thing to do is to postpone that trip. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but you know, things go on, and
you've got your stairs. You've got your stairs. It's fine.
Like...
Yeah. Okay. Well, look. You know, good. I feel like the Nuttall, by the way, they missed a trick there, and maybe you should move to Nuttall. Just to do the Nuttall and Nuttall doesn't. All right, now that's me. Now I've caught it off you. That's me losing the plot. Becky, really good catching up with you. Happy hiking in the house. Good luck with the stretching and all. So there we are. If you can't go out and hike, stay in and hike. There's an idea.